Have we begun? Have we begun? Wait, let me see, guys. Let me see. I want to see if this microphone is gonna work. You know what? I'll wait for people to join. If anyone joins, eventually. Let me do my due diligence and the usual Instagram. Gotta let people know I'm live. It's very. Can you guys hear me? Can you guys hear me? Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. It is I, your one and only host. Oops. The Cosmic Jedi. Welcome back to my channel. Mm, indeed. Oh, Prince has joined. Greetings, Prince. Homeboy joined quick. Homeboy said, I'm here, Jedi. I'm here. I'm in my old school bedroom, aka my grandmama's room as well. So give me a second. Give me a second. Let's start this live with a bang, shall we? We're doing Flash review, man. We're doing the Flash movie review. Let me go on WhatsApp and put it up. Instagram and put it up. I'm actually currently talking to one of my cousins in a group chat. And he asked, he put it in the group and asked people, have you seen, anyone see the Flash yet? People like, no, it came out Wednesday. One like, no, it came out yesterday. And my cousin had seen it. And I'm just going to use this, right? This is why when I say I'm a passionate viewer and some people are passive viewers, nothing wrong with that. Like introverts, extroverts, shy, outgoing, social, non-social, socially awkward, so on and so forth. We're such different peoples as on the planet, different unique human expressions, right? Let me just put this on my WhatsApp. Then go on my Instagram. So do bear with me, my people. Do bear with me. Want to let them know we're live. So no one has no excuses. I don't want any excuses. Gotta turn the volume down so I don't echo on my own self. Crap, I can't do that. I can't do what I thought I was gonna do. Give me a second. How's everyone doing, by the way? Prince, what's up? You wanna hear about the movie so bad? Wait now. Wait, Prince, wait, be patient. You gotta be I want to make this sauce nice. I want to make the sauce correct. I want to cook it well. I don't want to rush this sauce, I don't want to rush my cooking. A chef doesn't rush his cooking. It takes time. Takes time. Takes time. Let me get my crystals here. Here's my amethyst. There we go. I always love having my crystals around me. Always, either on my personage or next to me or in my hand. You might hear me play with them. Only my mind would go that way. So I want to test the microphone out, okay? So you guys bear with me. I'm gonna plug the mic in. Hold on, what am I doing here? Greetings, Sister Constance. Oh yes, she's right. Sister Constance, yeah, you're right. There was a brother in the live I was streaming on Team Geometrics. That's the other channel I stream on when I game. If I'm not gaming on my channel, this channel you guys are watching me live on, and that channel is hosted by brother Prince, who's Prince. Prince, you haven't even told me how to pronounce your name yet, brother Prince, who's in the chat with me right now as well. So welcome one, welcome all. Thank you, Sister Constance, for joining. Hurry up before my brain signs. No, Sister Constance, you gotta breathe. You have to breathe, Sister Constance. You have to breathe. So I want to test the microphone out real quick. It's a Yeti mic, and I don't know if the Yeti mic works with the phone live. When you connect the mic to the phone, it can work when you're recording your videos and whatnot. But when I'm live, I don't know if it recognizes the microphone as a primary microphone. So if I wasn't live right now and I plugged the Yeti into the phone, I could use it and record whatever I'm recording, and it would pick up the the audio of the microphone, which is far superior than the phone's default microphone. But when I'm live, I don't know if it will register that. Reason I'm saying is one time I went live with the Yeti. I thought that was a little speck, but that's my little gray hair coming through. When I went live one time on Instagram with the Yeti, it didn't register the microphone as a primary microphone. It went straight to the default of the iPhone. Everybody's like, we came here for the Flash movie review. What the hell are we hearing microphone reviews for? Be patient. Be patient, my people. So I just want the audio to be crisp. That's why you see the phone down like this, so I can hold the microphone. So bear with me. I'm gonna plug it in now. Plug it in. I'm gonna plug it in now. What she said. No, that's not what she. God damn, that's not what she said. That's not what she said. That's what he's. Just bear with me. Okay, so I'm gonna tap on. Crap. Gray flick is. Okay, now let me know if you can hear my voice from this. Just say phone mic or Yeti. That makes sense. Okay, just I'm gonna tap the Yeti mic. Now just let me know which one you can hear. Mess about too much. I'm not messing about, Sister Constance. I'm just taking time. See, am I beautiful? Oh, thank you, thank you. You can hear the Yeti. You sure? I'm gonna tap the Yeti mic again. Did you hear that? Send me a message so much. Oh, my brother is here. Sister Tamla's joined the live. Thank you very much, Sister Tamla. Will I be sharing by the time you? Yeah, by the time you get back from the coffee, yeah, I won't be. It won't be a short live. Oh, you can. Damn. Okay. So now, how quiet was that? Cut your nails. My nails aren't long. What are you going about? You're coming with that spice today, Sister Constance. That's my nails. Are they long? Do they look long to you? So now it's closer to my mouth. So let me know again if you can hear this or if it's default the phone mic. You got customer. Gush god darn. I think Prince is still in here. So in the group, my cousin's asking me, just let me know if you guys can hear me with this thing. So that way I don't have to have it sitting here. Because if you can hear me, then I can just leave the phone here whilst it's charging. Is it charging? It better be charging. Maybe I should have connected the microphone. But you said you can hear the grit sound. Okay, cool. That's good. I'll wait. Is Prince still here? Prince, let me know if you're still here, if you're in the chat. You didn't hear that. Did you hear that stomach growl? You didn't hear that. So my cousin has seen it, and he said he wasn't too sure about the CGI. I don't even know what that means. Because it's quite obvious. Sister Tamla, welcome back. How's the coffee making procedure? Yeah, I'm stringing this thing along as best as I can, for real. Stringing it along as best as I can. Just want to have fun with the review. I don't just want to sit here and just say yes, no, maybe, could be, 100%, 50%, and then turn off the live. I want to make it a fun live, you know? And just, yes, Sister Tamla, let me know if you can hear the mic. Okay, you know, I did this before earlier on, right? I'm going to move the microphone away. Did you hear that? I just want to know if the audio is coming from the mic or if it's coming from this. Dude, that's a very sexy compliment. It's still dripping hot, and so are you. Thank you very much, Tamla. Thank you very, very much. That one finished me. Got me paused. Thank you. Appreciate that. Asante sana. But how clear was the scratch? Basically, can you hear me well? Am I quiet? Am I faint? Or am I crisp? I want to know if I need to have this on or just take it off and just hold the phone instead. And if this is working as a primary source of audio, then that's pretty cool. It did say update later. I don't know what that meant. You hear me well? Great, cool. Let's go. All right then, Prince. I don't know if you're still in here because Prince wants to know about the movie badly. So, as you guys know, um, last week I saw the Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse movie with myself, my son, and his mama. And I already told you guys that I saw it. Well, my son and I saw it together. The first one together on my Earth Day, the first time it came out, and it was a beautiful experience. That's the first time he and I have seen a movie together without me having to screen it, as in watch it first and make sure there's no overly adult content or unnecessary content or f bomb or whatever. These days, even people on YouTube are just dropping f bombs, and I'm making sure I'm very mindful of that on the channel that he and I share. Anyway, in terms of superhero movies for this year, in my opinion, the Spider-Man 2 movie, the animated movie, obviously, decimates this Flash movie. Decimates. Decimates. Out of the water. It's not even in the water. Decimates. Just decimates. I've you guys gonna have to bear with me. I've taken time to watch a few people's reviews online, especially all the other YouTubers that I like a lot. It happened to be mainly Caucasian YouTubers, and I'm not saying anything. Just I'm trying to make a specific point. And there's this worry I've got in my mind that I don't know if I'm watching someone give me a genuine review of a movie. You know, normally when you wanna, I always use this particular joke barometer to see where someone's movie taste is at and how they review movies. Right? I always say if I can watch a movie multiple times, it's a good or great movie. And even though if it's a trilogy or it takes place in 4 movies or 5 movies, 6 or 7 movies, as long as the story is compelling, the characters are compelling, I'll watch it. Same thing with the TV show. Even if the season is a long, but the story is compelling, characters are compelling, I'll watch the show. Especially if it's a genre that I love or action horror. I'm not fond of drama. I've already done the drama TV show stuff. So I'm saying all this to say that I've watched a lot of people review this movie, and people are saying it's amazing, it's awesome. I don't like throwing words on a movie. I don't. I do my best with my limited words in English to try and find the right word to say this movie is so. This movie is like this, movie is like that, so on and so forth. So some people don't have any self-respect sometimes when it comes to YouTube, whether they're Caucasians or not, Japanese or not, Chinese or not, whatever, male or female. When someone says this is one of the greatest superhero movies of this year in regards to this Flash movie, it is an insult to viewers, especially viewers like myself. Now, for passive moviegoers, like you'll go to the cinema or theater, watch a thing, cool. I like when this dog barked like this. I like when the snake did this, and they're gone. They're okay with it. Their barometer or level of entertainment has been met. They saw flashing things on the screen. They saw funny things go on. They chuckled here. They laughed there. They didn't want to do too much brain work or too much leg work to figure out the storyline, the plot, the twist. They're happy. Whereas for me, I get very involved with these movies. Very, very involved with these movies. I'm a passionate moviegoer. When I watched the Terminator 2, for example, when Terminator died, I cried. And I don't know what age I was when I watched that. What else? What else can I? The journey with the hobbits in the Lord of the Rings series, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful storytelling. Challenging. What Frodo went through, even what Gollum went through to become the Gollum character. For those who haven't seen it, spoilers. I apologize, and I will spoil this Flash movie as well. So if you don't want any spoilers, I'll let you know when I'm about to spoil the Flash movie. I'm just taking my time to set up the premise. So when I normally try to figure out the kind of people I have around me who how I can test their movie going experience when it comes to Lord of the Rings, Harry Potter, Terminator 1 and 2, and it stops there. When I hear people tell me, I like Terminator 2, but I prefer 3. 3 was much better than 2. We're just regular friends. We're not like passionate friends. I cannot have a friend around me who will think 1 and 2 of the Terminator are okay, and then the other movies after part 1 and 2 are far more superior. I can't trust people like that. Like, I cannot, because that means, again, they're passive moviegoers, and then I can't express my full self around said passive moviegoers when it comes to these kind of movies. Like, I have my top tier movies, old school OG movies, Die Hard, Commando, Rambo 2 and 3. I've watched one, I've watched all 3 Rambo movies, but 2 and 3 are just there for me. It just works. RoboCop 1, 2 and 3. Love 1, love 2, 3 is not so much. Not so much with 3. But 1 and 2, just beautiful. Especially the first one, RoboCop, just correct. Then we have Time Cop. We have Jean-Claude Van Damme in Hard Target. Beautiful. What else can I mention? Never Ending Story, for example. Dope movies. You know, these are powerful, powerful movies where you're connecting with the characters, you're connecting with the journey. You feel like you're the character, the side character. You feel like you're on the quest with the characters. Even E.T., I wouldn't watch that again, but E.T. got me nicely, man. Horror movies, Nightmare on Elm Street. I mean, really, I'm telling my age with these movies. What else is there? Chucky got me, man. Is it Hellraiser? Not Hellblazer. Hellraiser. What? Dude, I could go. I could be here for days. True Lies with Arnold again. There's another one he did. Eraser. Shoot. Even Turbo Man was cool. Home Alone 1 and 2. These are classic movies, right? These aren't movies that these aren't passive movies. You just go watching and leave. You feel you're involved in these movies. You, like I said, you feel like you're in the movie yourself. These are beautiful movies, amongst many other movies I haven't mentioned yet. But there's one liner from Arnold, where there's one liner from Stallone. Even Predator, the original Predator. Come on. Pinhead, thank you, Sister Tamla. Sister Tamla knows it. These are OG movies, correct. The foundation, the proper foundation. Even Christopher Reeve, Superman. Now, fast forward to current time period with DC movies. DC, by the way, oh my God, I feel bad for DC. Feels like a student in school that is just constantly getting it wrong and constantly getting bullied, insulted, jabbed, poked, everything, and it's not trying hard enough, but just trying and failing. Now, the animation side of DC, the Justice League cartoon series, and then the Justice League and all other DC animated feature-length movies. Woo! Even the animated story of the Flashpoint that this movie is supposed to be semi-drawing from, it dominates this movie. How can your cartoon series dominate your movie world? I don't. People have argued it's money, it's business. I'm tired of hearing that red. Oh my God, you guys have no idea how pissed I am. I'm tired of hearing that nonsense. It's just business. Just business. You wouldn't know since you don't have a company like this. It's just this is how business is done. You're such an amateur. Where, crying that the movie wasn't successful. You didn't like it. It didn't do what you wanted it to do. But it made money at the box office. If this movie makes any form of money, that means people are lying. That means people are bending numbers in the box office. Spider-Man Across the Multiverse of Spider-Verse will destroy this movie. When I bought the ticket, my brother paid for both of us. When we got a ticket yesterday, the lady at the till said Spider-Man 2 is her movie of the year in terms of superhero movie. I was like, damn, that's bold. We're only in June. June is going to be done in like 2 weeks' time, but we're still in June. June is still here. It ain't dead yet. I said, first of all, we got Equalizer 3 coming out. We got Mission Impossible coming out. We got Extraction on Netflix coming out. Extraction 2, my bad. Then we got Captain Marvel 2 coming out. So to boldly say Spider-Man is her movie of the year in terms of superhero movie and movie. Then I said, does Indiana Jones to come out? She said, yeah. but she still feels it's the movie of the year. And I agree with her, especially after seeing this Flash movie. So here's what you've been waiting for. I already gave it an obvious review to an extent. When an animation, I don't want to compare an animation to live action and saying one shouldn't be better than the other. Story, pacing, well told story, action, um, engaging your audience, dialogue, all these things I take in. Emotional weight, I take in everything. When dialogue is not correct, it pisses me off. It because it removes me from the story you're trying to get me to take in completely. This movie's trash. I already told one of my friends online yesterday in the comment section when I posted the video. Save your money. Save your money, let it come out in digital, and then go and watch it on digital. Or if you're going to watch it at a friend's house or other means, save your money. This movie is, again, if you're a passive viewer, trust me, you wouldn't mind it. You would just be like, yeah, it's cool. There's a few bad scenes. They shouldn't have done this here, done this here. I think they should have done that there. That's it. But for me, who's a passionate moviegoer, and other people who are passionate like I am, save your money. This will piss you off. And if it doesn't piss you off like it did me, then I now know where you are in terms of movies. I now know, I know your gauge. I know how. Oh, cool. This movie, even in the group chat right now, my cousin is saying, he said he doesn't. Let me just go back. Got me stuttering here. Let me just go back to the message real quick. He put it in group chat. Who's seen the movie yet? I said I have. My brother's downstairs on the phone. Hold on. Give me a second. He says, I don't know what to make of it. Right? I think the CGI let it down badly. He's a passive moviegoer. He's a passive. Let me read that again. Yes? Sister Constance knows me. I was dubbed Sir Rant a lot in the group chat because of how expressive I am. And for a long time, it used to piss me off as well, because when I would express, people say, oh, you're too critical, you're too harsh. And I used to feel like, how can I be? I don't even know what that means. I'm telling you something as it is, and you're telling me I'm too critical, too harsh. It's like someone over seasoning a meal, and I say it's got too much salt. And someone says you're too critical. That's not change. First of all, you telling me I'm too critical doesn't change the fact that there's too much salt in your dish. There's too much salt or too much sugar, or not enough salt, not enough sugar. Well, oh, you're too critical. You don't have to criticize. All that nonsense. I'm gonna destroy any didimi douchebag that comes to my page. That nonsense. I'm ready to melt you guys into nothingness, remove you from existence completely, because you guys need to check yourselves first. You need to realize what kind of person you are when you go to the cinema, when you watch a movie on TV. I'm currently watching The Silo, for example, that Sister Constance recommended. And that show is tight. Some dips. But the concept, tight. I'm like, okay, cool. See what you got you going here. Like Snowpiercer with Chris Evans. That was a good movie. So I like to get involved in the stories I'm being shown on TV. I'm watching From. It's a TV show called From, season 2 with my brother as well. And we both agreed that the first season, near perfection. But the second season is so, my God, for the love of Ra. Some people love to write nonsense and string it out, right? They string it out so it keeps the viewers watching. That's pathetic, wrong, and disgusting in 2023. It shows me you can't create a great story and have your audience engage. Look at The Boys, for example. Roughly 8 episodes, I think. Not even 10. Roughly, is it 6 to 8 episodes? Peak first episode. Sometimes. I think they're on season 2 or 3. I can't remember. But they know how to keep tension, know how to keep the audience engaged, know how to get us to look forward to the next episode. And the action is on point. The horrendous things they do when it comes to Homelander or the characters on point. The gore, everything is packaged well. You'll be able to sit down and break down that show very well. You can give different allegories. It's similar to our current political status right now. How America is this, gun violence, or how the Europe is this, or how the world is this. It knows how to also mix in real life concepts through the medium of superheroes or the superhero genre right now. It's doing so well, so well. With shows like that that exist, you can't come into the arena of doing TV shows and saying we're going to do it our way. You can kiss my ass on that. Now, you do not. You do not. It is the highest level of disrespect to your viewers when you're paying for a monthly subscription and you're pissing in people's faces. And then someone has the nerve to say, it's business, it's TV, drama sells, sex sells, stupidity sells. If you keep repeating these stupid mantras over and over again, you will start to believe it. No, 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 no. As long as the Lord of the Rings exists, the Hobbit exists, even the books, not even the movies, Harry Potter series exists, and all other stories that are yet to be told exist, it means it can be done. So I do not accept nonsense from no one. So anyone who says you're too harsh, that's your problem, not mine. That's a you problem. Let me go back to the comment section real quick. I see the comments coming in sharp and sharp. Sister Constance in and out. Yes, the rant a lot is my thing. That I took the moniker on quick. It was I think it's Sister Constance that dubbed me that during her live. There was something she said, and I said it didn't feel rant a lot just sounded right. I don't know. She'll be able to remind me of how it went. I think I was ranting about a game, and this is me becoming me. This is my process of becoming, figuring out. Okay, do I do this whole first act was this and second act was this, and it stars Ezra Miller and nah, there are other people who do that. I don't want to be that guy. I just want to be the guy who says, "Yo, dudes, go and watch this movie." Because I've already been around my friends, cousins, family members, even my brother when he watched a TV show on Netflix called The Kingdom. I was here the first time he told me to go and check it out. I'm chilling here upstairs, just relaxing. He runs upstairs, and you can tell with the joy at which he's running upstairs. Like, dude, just show on Netflix. You love it. I'm like, what is it about? He didn't want to spoil it. He said this semi-zombie, semi-something, but you love it. I'm like, dude, don't overhype, man. Because you try to get me to watch some shows or some movies sometimes. He likes that post-apocalyptic stuff. I'm like, your taste and I vary sometimes. Sometimes it matches perfectly, like planetary alignment. He said, just watch The Kingdom. You will thank me later. I said, it sounds like a setup, man. Because he set me up before, too. If he doesn't like, if there's a show he's watching this crap, he wants me to suffer the same way. So he'll set me up. But he was adamant. He said, please, check it out. He gave me heads up. First 3 episodes will hook you. The next 2 after the first 3 will dip a bit, but stay with them. Stay with them. It's a perfect setup. So The Kingdom is one of the best TV shows I've seen on Netflix. One of the best. So when you watch things like this and they hear, and then people come and tell me you're too harsh when you critique, go and hang somewhere. Tight noose. In fact, call the gods. Let them give you a specific noose. Do it yourself. You must be nuts. You must be nuts. I didn't see this movie for free. Didn't see it for free. If we're all always invited to these screenings for free, I'll be able to say, it's lacking here, lacking there, but it's all right. I don't want to tell people this is a decent movie. This is not a movie. This Flash movie felt like a previs, something you show the execs who were giving you the money, like what do you call this thing? Not blueprints, storyboard, but in CGI. Now, I'm going to get into some spoilery sections, and I feel I need to get into the spoilery section, so bear with me. Again, like I said at the beginning or in the middle, save your money, please. Please, please, please. If you're a passive moviegoer, you might not mind this movie. You might watch it and go, I don't know what Cosmic was talking about. Wasn't that bad. It was all right. Some scenes didn't make sense here. I think the audio was a bit off here, but it was fine. I enjoyed it. I laughed. I chuckled. That might be you. I was tossing and turning in my chair like a baby who couldn't sleep at night. I'm not kidding. I was just sat confused as to what I was watching. And all that was playing in my head was different YouTubers that I respect, that I enjoy watching their reviews. One of the best superhero movies of this year. One of the best? One of the best? I wonder what special brand of weed these people smoke and drink. Can you now custom make your own weed? Is it a thing that you can now do? You can custom make your own weed in the garden. because it has to be a unique brand of weed that they're smoking. I don't want it though. I don't want anything that's gonna warp my mind to lie to people. One of the best superhero movies. Even people were praising James Gunn said he was amazed. Oh, James Gunn, who did Guardians of the Galaxy, was amazed. You guys are special, man. You guys are special. Someone once said, if you want to speak to the studios directly, you speak to them with your monies. You don't go to watch certain movies that are trash. They will learn from their mistakes. Let me pause again, go back to the comment section. Sister Tamla is laughing. There's a rant a lot. Monica. Like Umbrella Academy, first season was good. Everything after, almost a waste of time, Sister Tamla, almost a waste of time. You're kind. Oh, what a beautiful sister. What a beautiful term to use. Sis. Almost a waste of time. Ah, sis. I love you for that. That is a very loving statement to make about the Umbrella Academy season 2 and 3. It's not even trash. Season 2 was bad and trash. Season 3 is pathetic. And it's an insult to people you are making this show for. Now, if it's a love letter to yourself and to the people you've worked with to make this show, maybe someone was down on their luck, homeless, fired, their wife cheated on them, or their female director, the husband cheated on them, they lost a child or children, pardon me. So they just said, F it, screw Hollywood, I'll make this movie for myself. The stunt team and the people who I love most making this movie, I'm looking at you, Matrix 4, and this movie is for us. But if the audience who love me as a director and love my previous projects, they'll get the movie. They'll get it. Cool. I wouldn't mind you telling us that when the movie is released. This movie is not for all moviegoers. This movie is not for all comic book fans, and this movie is not going to pay any homage to the Flash as you know him or as you know it in terms of Barry Allen. Then cool. Then we already have our warning. I feel so disrespected because the other version of me that reacted to both Flash trailers, oh my God, they practically put the best bit or kind of the best bit in the trailers. Kind of. And even that's questionable. The opening of this movie let me know what movie I was in for. I turned to my left and looked at my brother like, it's going to be an hour and a half of pain. The trailer or whatever movie was in that trailer that I reacted to twice, the two different trailers, it is not the movie we watched. It is not. It is, I repeat, it is not the movie we watched yesterday. Mba, at all. I told my brother that even though he hasn't watched the Flash show, I've watched the Flash season 1 to 9. I've watched it till the end. They finished it. It's the final season. No more reboots until whatever they plan to do. They did leave it on a weird cliffhanger, but whatever. That show did far, far better than this movie. This is a TV show with a set budget. And sometimes their quality dipped. When Flash is running through the Speed Force, where he gets his energy from, his power, where he draws his source of his speed from, the viewers can tell what's going on. When he's going back in time, where he's altering something in a timeline, we can just about tell, oh, he's changing something at a particular time stamp. In this movie, they chose to do something different. I don't know why. Even Deadpool 2 showed a particular way of time travel so the viewer can just watch it and get it. Someone who hasn't read the comics, watched the cartoons, heard of anything to do with Deadpool can just go into the cinema and go, oh, I get it. He's changing time there. Or he's going back in time. It's simple. Even Marty McFly does it. I'm tired of directors And people thinking that they can do a better rendition of time travel. Don't fix what is not broken. Just do it simple. So the person who's on a moviegoer or a regular comic fan, whatever, can just go in there and get it and get out. This thing was so convoluted that even I was confused. I thought, how can a TV show of The Flash do it far better than you? You guys got monies. You got Hollywood money. The Flash TV show did it better than you. A full movie. You couldn't take some good bits from the TV show. You couldn't do research. How long was this movie in production for? How long was this movie in production for? Because I'm confused. Let me go back to the comment section again real quick. I don't want to leave people hanging. Season 3 decided. Sister Constance said, spoil away. Yep. It was during your live, Sir Sire Rantalot. Yeah, you said Sire Rantalot. I said no. I think Sir Rantalot. Got it. I think I remember now. Sir Rantalot was. I said that was much better. So this is me expressing that aspect of my being. Sir Rantalot is in the house, indeed. And then Sister Constance dubbed me another one, flamethrower, because that's I just come correct. Fire signs don't mess around. We don't like to fiddle faddle, diddle daddle, diddle fiddle. No. We come correct. You put us as architects, as builders. We will build that building perfectly in harmony with the foundation. Architecture, we will find the correct materials. We don't waste time. We're not here for ukulukula umok. No, we don't mock. No. We play, but we play well. We play and love our play, but we don't faff around, man. Even if we make mistakes, we upright it again. This movie is pathetic. Here goes the spoilers. In 3, 2, 1. The intro of this movie. Even as I go through it, as best as I can remember, even though I saw it yesterday, I actually went to go and see it on one of those you know where, dodgy qualities, and just to get a fresh recap. I was actually doing a script doctor thing as I was watching it, thinking, nah, even though that scene is bad, if you had done this and replaced this, that's what I like to do as well, because I feel that sharpens my storytelling skills and abilities. I like to just be able to just tell a story off my head and build on it and fix it as I'm going along, so it's sweet. And if I can get people intrigued as I go along that storytelling path, then I feel I've done a good enough job. There are times where I've depicted a scene of a movie and people who have watched that movie be like, yo, Akeem, the movie's cool, but you made that scene look better than it was. And that's a testament to me, and I appreciate that. I've had that multiple times. Not showing off, I'm just saying that's something I realize I've got within my tongue to be able to be a good storyteller. Or how I even tell a story, even though or how I story tell an experience I've had, bad or good. So I know I've got that, and I'm watching the movie thinking, oh, if only they'd fix it here. Yeah, I wouldn't have done that. That didn't work. If I'd done this and that, cool. Anyway, Ezra Miller as the Flash, I don't like that guy. Not because of what is going on right now in his personal life. I don't care. I'm not here for that nonsense. Oh, he's doing this, he's doing that. There's a lot of people doing a lot of nonsense in the world, let alone in Hollywood. That environment is ripe for stupid. Anyway, so when I hear people say, "Oh, he did this and this actress did that," and I'm like, "Well, you guys came out of that. It's like Hollywood is like a hub. You go in there and you come out weird and start acting different and doing stuff. That's your problem. That's you people problem. Everyone has their own trauma, daddy issues, mommy issues in some way, shape, or form. Let alone America with its own. Anyway, I ain't got time for that political nonsense. That's their problem. I don't care what they've done because there are other people doing far worse. And there's a ring and a connection. If you want to blame or call out someone, go to the hub they come from. Find their roots and the connection. That connection is tied to a bigger tree, bigger problem. If you're willing to solve the problem, address one of the people and address the problem and then fix it. Otherwise, Jonathan Majors and this, no, it's gimmicky. For me, I used to do it before and I find it very, very, very tiresome. Call out one actor, call out another actress. When I've got problems of my own that I'm working through as well, nah. No. You're no perfect being. If you're a perfect being, then you can walk into Hollywood like JC, put your finger on somebody's forehead and heal them. You'd be gravy to go. So Ezra Miller's personal life, couldn't give a rat's ass. I don't care. That's his problem. That's America's problem. That's whatever's problem. So I'm not addressing his personal whatever. Him as an actor, I don't feel he's right for Barry Allen. The Flash TV show actor Grant Gustin did a far better job. Even the original Flash actor was that I think 1980s. I think in the 80s or 90s. I think it's 90s. I don't quote me on that one. I think it's the 90s. Even that was much better than this movie. I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding. When Superman rewound time in the Christopher Reeves version when Lois Lane died, and if y'all ain't seen Superman and you don't know Lois Lane dies, I couldn't care less about not even telling you spoilers in advance. That was obvious. We knew what he was doing in that movie. We didn't need any extra CGI, special scene, camera hanging upside down looking, one eye closed, one eye open. Nothing, he didn't need anything special. He just showed Superman running around the world, even though that people are like, yo, I don't know, that's how time works. We got it. We understood what he was doing. He wailed when Lois Lane died, rewound time, and she was cool. She didn't die anymore. So we get it. The Flash TV show, the original one in the 90s, did a far better job than this pathetic excuse of a movie. The Eternals movie as well. The Marvel Eternals movie. There's a character who runs very fast in that movie. I was saying to myself, if they can meet the exact same way that character runs when they depict Flash run in this movie, perfect. They did nothing of the sort. They didn't even try. They didn't even try to attempt to say, let's try and do it similar to that movie. And I'm tired of this nonsense where people say, oh, you don't want to copy, you want to make your own unique. Are you mad? Are you mad? What's wrong with you people, man? It's not even ego. It's not even. There's a way you can do your own thing where people watch it and go, yeah, this is just a constant thing. This is timeless thing. This is cosmic stuff. You can tell he's got his mark. Look at Nolan, Christopher Nolan, for example. Everyone can just tell, yes, it's a Nolan movie. Yeah, you can for sure. Nothing wrong with that. Especially when you come out of it feeling, yeah, that's cool, that's cool. It's almost like pumping money into some movie like the Avatar series, the Blue People Avatar, not Avatar Hang. Wow, Avatar Aang. It's almost like that, and people saying, "Oh, James Cameron likes to take his time because he's creating new levels of camera work and CGI and whatever new camera skills." Again, cool. But when your movie comes out and it's just repeated nonsense and rubbish. The first Avatar movie was a beginning, middle, end. Please close that book. Close that book. We don't need any more stories from that book. Unless we're going to do a flashback or a prequel, fine. But the second Avatar movie was, again, trash. Convoluted nonsense. And I don't like when dumb things happen with characters. I'm like, you want to tell me that this world is supposed to be an intelligent world and a sophisticated world, but your characters are so dense and dumb? Well, you're taking the piss, man. Are you trying to insult us, the viewers, or are you trying to say the characters you've created are not so bright? Which one is it? Let me pause. Let me breathe. Let me go to the comment section again, because I don't want to lose my people. Sister Content says, but the show is better. Yeah, the show is far better, Sister Constance. I'm not kidding. The show is far, 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 far better than the movie. Far better. Sister Constance says, I think nowadays a lot of people have limited odd of the box thinking. Yeah, because they all had seatbelts in car seats and not make go karts without AI. Not enough real life creative play. Yeah, yep. Grew up and then told to make a movie or two. Then elder generations are now under stimulated by weak screenplay. Wow. My brother said something very, very good yesterday. You want to put your superhero characters in scenarios where they get to display their skills, abilities, and how they get to use their powers. The Flash is one story or one character that I love watching him think of how he does this stuff. The first time he phases through a wall, he has to understand that his molecules are moving at a particular rate the molecules of the wall too also move in a particular rate. So he has to vibrate faster than the molecules of the wall to phase through successfully without coming out with his eyes in his mouth or his nose behind his head. So that means you have to disassemble your molecules and rearrange them again in such a short space of time. That shows that he's thinking about his powers. He's processing information. He's thinking before he does stuff. TV show, he never has to pose all the time. Sometimes, yes, but not, this movie, Flash is always bending, posing before he runs. Yo, live.
Live doing what?
Doing the spoiler review.
Of what, Flash?
What the hell are you wearing, man?
I just realized.
You look taller.
My tiptoes.
No wonder.
Shoes on properly. I just realized we need to do a little bit for the review.
Yeah, a little bit extra.
Yeah.
You mean add on to it?
Yeah, because we didn't say what the movie was about. We just went and trashed it.
Yeah, it's a
no, but we didn't say the movie is this happens. This the plot of the movie.
You want to do that?
Yeah, why not, man? So people, I felt like I was thinking through it. I was like, how will people know exactly what it means? Remember I saying it's shit. We're just saying it's shit. Shit, fight, shit. No, we didn't give any specific reason.
You're right. Let's be a part 2 then. Or just extend it, yeah.
Yeah, just a little bit. Oh, by the way, I forgot to say what the movie was about. Here's the movie, and then
yeah, it's cool.
Shit on it some more.
Yeah, of course. Is it probably? Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Which I'm currently doing right now as well. Just constantly laughing. Yeah, my brother jumped in.
Yeah.
Yeah, we will.
That's it.
Yeah?
Yeah, because I literally...
Because I edited it down to about 28 minutes.
You edited it down?
Yeah.
What did you take out?
A lot of air times, man.
Oh, yeah, take out the air times.
A lot of air times.
And
there
random
some
things.
No, random things still there. I haven't even finished anything yet.
Yeah, I remember the air times. There was a lot.
Plenty.
He gonna cut it down.
It's been a while since we did record together anyway. So yeah, even I do mine. I record mine for like 30 minutes and end up 25 minutes. Or 23 minutes or so.
Yeah, whoever is listening, that movie is shit, man. We need to identify.
No, try. I'm live on YouTube. You know, they don't. They're finicky with
the movie
efforts.
Is doo-doo poo-poo. How's that, YouTube? Do you approve?
YouTube is too finicky these days, man. Yeah, my brother and I saw it and he was hurt.
He
was hurt more than me. Yeah, you were pissed more than me. I was pissed, but I don't think.
Because the plot is not a plot. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yes, because I watched someone say it yesterday.
There's Superman, there's Zod, defeat, end. That's the plot.
Yeah, you can even say but Zod even the story is
The plot was he reversed and. Tell you, is this spoiler?
Yes, spoiler.
The minute Kara died, I said, "Whoa, these are big stakes."
But you jumped at the end.
Yes.
I haven't even reached my.
Oh.
You.
Where she? I said, "Whoa. Are you guys doing Infinity War on us?"
Oh,
so people actually died.
I have to mention that. I have to mention that.
Now I know what it is. Then.
Yeah. But you're good. I didn't really care about the beginning. Was the one.
I'm not saying I care.
But you felt
when you kill someone that we expect to last through, you're telling me this is a serious movie.
At that point?
Because you killed her. Because I said, where are we going from here? She's dead. What? She's dead. Where are we going? That means the stakes are up now. When you rewind it, you're telling me whatever happens in between doesn't matter. Because the point is for him to rewind, fast forward. I said, so we're literally watching a yo-yo. That's the moment.
You guys hearing it?
Let me go, man. When that first rewind happened, I said, hold on. We're just going to undo. That's not cool, man. That's not cool.
Even the animation didn't have that at all. Didn't have that element at all.
It didn't need to be.
Of course not, because then if you're saying you're taking it from the original source, it wasn't in the original source either.
Yeah, and even as an original concept you created, that's whack. That's your thing. So who was the antagonist? Himself.
Yeah.
Who really wasn't an antagonist.
Yeah.
Because you didn't really fight the antagonist.
Yeah.
And he wasn't even if it's not fight, he wasn't a present antagonist.
Nope.
He wasn't a physical one.
Nope. That's what I was trying to say. That's the script doctor thing. Yeah, it could have been one of those things where he just whispered in his ear.
I thought it would have been him having a nightmare telling himself, no matter how fast you run, you couldn't even save your own mom. You know,
that would have been perfect. That's what Flash. Yes.
It was reverse Flash.
Yeah, but if you want to do it, that's again. Because you have to go into your own. Like, how do you get yourself to do something that you know only you can do? You have to psych your own self up. So you're doing it through your own negative self. It's a non-existent movie, man.
You didn't
Watch the previous.
What was the point? Fight.
Where he hit his back in the effort. Please, I'm angry just remembering it, man. Angry.
small because of how I am. Small. Small.
Which won't let land now.
The point when I realized, oh, this young Flash eventually ends up being that thing that punched him out.
Yeah, that's cool.
That was it. Yeah, I was a bit.
That's always that's like the village thing.
Too much
Yeah,
but I was like,
struggling. I don't want to give
because that thing that was in his hand. I said, wait. Okay.
You knew you.
Let's see where it's going.
Yeah.
Give with the next one. And when that second one was there, I said, okay, I see.
Oh, see, I didn't realize it was.
Yeah, because
you're good.
two things just sticking out.
Yeah.
You're using it to fight.
Oh, you're good.
You could have done more with it.
Apparently, again, you know what? I'm not saying excuses.
I've seen, they did rewrites. I heard.
That's it?
Yeah.
Rewrites?
Yeah.
And reshoots?
Yeah.
That's a 4-hour movie, apparently.
Yeah.
Why do you need to make the Flashman 4-hour movie in the first place?
I don't care. I don't mind a 4-hour Flash movie. Make it good. Movies can be good, man.
I'm not saying they can be good if they're long.
Yeah.
But this is, again, James, I don't know when James Gunn came in during the Flash movie production.
Yeah.
When they changed the whole thing for Zack Snyder. They've had it in for Zack for a while. So I think making this movie was still a massive gamble.
They could have done it good. That's all I know.
True, I agree. But again, you don't trust yourself.
You don't trust yourself. What are you talking about?
Don't trust yourself?
You don't have the skills necessary to make something good.
Perfect.
Not trusting yourself is being good, then doubting yourself that you're good. No, you're
like
not,
Ryan Coogler.
The writers are not good at all. Who is this?
And Machete.
Oh, you said Ryan Coogler.
No.
You said Ryan Coogler.
I said like Ryan Coogler.
Yeah.
Yeah, he said he has a what do you call that thing again? Imposter syndrome.
Yeah, and it showed in Black Panther 2.
He said that too as well.
There we go. At least we all know he hit struck lightning in a bottle with Black Panther 1.
Yeah.
Can't.
But he did well with Creed. It's good. Creed 1, 2, and 3 were cool. I haven't watched them, but at least.
I'm not talking about Creed 1, 2, and 3. I'm talking about a simple superhero movie. Simple. A boxing movie is is hard or difficult to write.
Yeah, you're right. You can do it well enough. Boxing is not that hard.
That can be based on cartoons and comic books. You can't fail.
For real.
If you have an ounce or an iota of common sense, you would come up with a better storyline than Black Panther 2. Fighting Shuri for what? She's tiny.
Is that your problem, Black Panther, because she's tiny?
She's fucking tiny. Who is she fighting, man?
That's your problem?
That's one of my problems.
I'm about to say, man.
How can a big guy like Nemo fight Shuri?
And then lose?
Exactly. Because you took him out to sea and took away his so...
Wait, before they say a spoiler for this one. It's okay.
Nah, man. I was
He's
disappointed
finished.
with Ryan Coogler, man. Very disappointed. What are you doing?
I didn't even know you had watched Black Panther 2. When did you watch that?
I watched it twice, man.
Were you sleeping the first time?
No, second time I was sleeping. I mean, not fourth.
You're brave to watch that thing twice, man.
Second time I was with Kenneth. That's why.
Oh, okay, makes sense then. Did he like it?
He cried.
Why? What? Oh, cause yeah, it makes sense. That's like getting beat with the slippers in reverse. You guys just heard my brother then. You heard it live from the horse's mouth. There you go. It's he gave it to you guys raw. He jumped way to the end as well. I didn't want to get there just yet. How long has this live been? Almost an hour. Because some people's attention span be very short when you upload this on YouTube. They'll be like, it's too long. I'll catch it next time. The intro. Yeah, go to spoilers. The intro was Flash saving a crumbling building that gas and whatever had gone off in the environment. So that scene in the trailer where the building is falling and he's running out of the wall and the whole scene is red. That's the scene when the whole scene is red like that. That's him activating his flash powers, or his speed to move fast enough or faster than he normally moves. So I thought that was like a fire scene, for example, or that like a post-apocalyptic scene, like a Zod coming to destroy the city. So when I saw that in the trailer, I thought, okay, this is when he's going to be fighting Zod and Zod's army and whatnot, and that's when they're decimating the city. But no, that's him slowing down time, and Alfred is in his earpiece saying, "Save, make sure you." No, he said the foundation of the building is crumbling. Be careful. I think something along the lines to make sure everyone is out of the building. Here's the part I keep saying that if the Flash TV show did that, they would have done it perfect. You'd have seen Barry stand, charge, and then he wouldn't pose. He wouldn't do that pose that this douchebag did. He'd have stood, heard the earpiece, and then zipped, and you just seen this thing zip across like that. Bop, bop, bop. You just seen the flash going zip, 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 zip in the building. That's what he did in the TV show. That's what he does in TV shows, let's say. And that's letting the viewers know this is how fast it's running. All you're seeing is this red line. Perfect. It's simple. It's simple and effective. Pam, 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 done. Now, there was a lady right at the top floor in the hospital, and in that room, first it was just her. I want to build it as I saw it, so you guys are with me. The door is shut, it's locked, and there's two people outside of the door, right? Trying to pry the door open, and they can't. So they're like, the whole we can't hear you, can't see, we can't see, we can't hear you, we can't get the door open. And I was thinking, so where's the fire? What's this thing? The fire hydrant. There's no fire hydrant. There's nothing heavy, a chair, table. And when your life is in danger, you're not going to think of well, I don't go to the gym. I don't. It's a lady, it's a nurse as well. But still, I'm like, when it's survival instinct to kick in, you could die at any moment. You try your best to smash, hit the window. And it's not like the door was all wooden door, no glass. It's a wood, and then you can see the glass panel wide enough to put your face in the glass panel. So you could probably squeeze your head through, all that stuff. But there was no pressing action taken by the nurse to say, I need to survive. I want to survive. I don't want to die. Normally people just do things like, let me find something. Nothing. There's no erratic behavior to find nothing. He was just hitting the door and holding the handle. Nothing. Then the camera pans back. So we're looking at her from behind. The camera pans back, and then there's this little like incubators. You know where you put babies when they're born? There's like one or two behind us. So my head was like, so she's stuck in a room at the top floor, and there's no way to pry these doors open in a hospital. There's no emergency, whatever, nothing to use to break, no axe. No. Again, when you're in survival mode, you're not thinking, I don't know if those axes are going to be too heavy for me. I don't want to die. I'm going to do my best to find anything and hit the door handle. Normally when someone is about to drown, they're always doing something, kicking the door, hitting the door, using a hammer to hit. Those kind of things, those activities you partake, those actions you do to ensure that you don't want to die. She's doing that. The camera pans out. We then see that there's two incubators with babies inside. One is crying, one is just doing this like that. Like newborns, just, playing. I'm like, right there, I thought to myself, this could go south. This could be done really bad. And it's like my instincts were telling me, get ready for a shit fest. Just get ready for a crap fest. This movie is going to piss you off. They could have easily done, like I said, like the TV show does. Have him look up, charge, boom. Then just do the red line. Show the building like this, right? And just have him go whoop, 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 from the bottom first. Pam, 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 pam. Back down, come out, and then the thing crumbles. And maybe on the last minute, slow-mo, the thing's crumbling behind him. He looks back, and he's holding the babies with the lady. He's out. Or you can make him do it in sequences. Ba-ba-bop, ba-ba-bop, ba-ba-bop. Nothing wrong with that. And it's the third time you do it, then you slow-mo so we can see how close it could have been before those babies died. That could have been one of the coolest ways you show Flash using his powers. One of the, not the only coolest way in the movie, one of the coolest ways you show him using his powers. Because saving babies, especially at the rate that he's running, because he mentioned this in this movie. When he runs, he has to be very careful at what speed he runs at, so he doesn't hurt or damage the people he's saving. When you're moving at a particular speed that your body has never moved before, you puke. Natural, beautiful. You're including the science, the physics law inside your movie. Nothing wrong with that. Don't overdo it. We didn't come here to watch a science movie, but don't overdo it. TV show, same thing. When Flash needs to do something important with his speed, he will have his teammates talk. Then they're doing. Sometimes he'll go on the board. He has a see-through board in their Flash layer, and they will measure and calculate what he needs to do, the velocity at the speed at which he needs to run, what sound barrier or speed barrier he needs to break to do what he needs to do. Perfect. I'm not saying that the movie should always have that. Once or twice. Have him do it out loud so we can hear him talking. And this is someone who's, okay. And he's okay, save babies. Velocity, buildings, crumbling. Cool. Okay, done. Don't sit and go. But what if there are people dying? They are about to die. As fast as Superman is, Flash is faster. He can push himself to be faster. Superman is an alien that operates particularly well under the sun. So by that default, he has a level of power and speed. He doesn't push himself yet compared to the Flash. Flash can always push himself. He can become OP. So he, by default, will be faster than Superman. Because Superman on default under the yellow sun is just Superman. He's Kryptonian, but under the yellow sun, he's so and so. Red sun, green sun, or whatever, he'd be very different. But under the yellow sun, his standard is there. Whereas Flash can peak. Flash can literally kill Superman if he wants to, if he vibrates his molecules far superior and faster than the Kryptonian molecules under the sun. It takes this to do that, not just vibrate, push. You have to understand his molecules. And if Superman was under a spell or under control and he was fighting Flash, and you know if you get hit by this Kryptonian once, he could break your bones. And if he gets you at your legs, you are dead. As a speedster, if he gets anyone who gets at your legs, you're dead. Flash heals too, has super healing, fast regeneration, but that also takes time. Not as long as it takes for a human being. He can heal in a day, less than a day. They also implemented a thing that he always needs to keep his calories up or his whatever up, his blood sugar up, because that's what fuels his energy, food. And because he has a fast metabolism, he can practically eat anything. He can eat junk food because of the high sugar, whatever glucose, whatever nonsense. What I don't like is they implement a thing like a watch he puts on to let him know when his thing is low. And at one point he swipes it. He swipes the watch on his arm like he's giving himself full charge. In the show, he never had to do that. Only once or twice did he have a watch on to let him know that he needs to move a little slower because he was disconnected from the speed force. So whatever charge he had left was his own energy. So the speed force is like it's tangible and intangible to an extent. Oh my, it's almost like drawing kinetic energy without having to see kinetic energy, where you can see the effect of kinetic energy. How's the best way I can put it? It's like if you're in a room and there's no air, it's the only air left in there plus the air you're breathing. So when that's done, you're going to suffocate. Is that the best I can put it? Sorry guys, I think that's one of the best my brain can fathom it right now. So if he's disconnected from the speed force, whatever charge is left within him as if it's a battery, like he's a constant battery that doesn't deplete. But you disconnect him from the speed force, whatever charge he has left in him, that's what he can use. When he overuses that charge, he can't replenish it because he's separated temporarily or disconnected from the speed force. So there's no source of energy to keep drawing from. Whereas once he's tapped to that speed force energy, that's an infinite source of energy that he can draw on consistently over and over again and never get depleted. Once or twice he's been shown to eat something to get his energy up. If anything, when he needs charge, he actually built up his own self charge without having to eat a chicken sandwich or burrito or tacos, because that can get boring after a while. We get it. You need your food for your energy source. In the original Flash TV show in the 90s, he did that well. It was fine. It was one of the little gimmicks. We take you out to dinner, Barry, you're always eating 2-3 slices of pizza. And it's like when they always order it, it's like, oh, so you have a family coming? And Barry just be like, no, it's just me. You're going to eat all that? Like, yeah. And he does. Because his metabolism is infinite. Can never put on weight. Can never feel lethargic or anything. Apparently he can't get drunk because of his metabolism. So all these things are cool to know. But depicting it in the movie with a device to just remind the viewers that, oh, he might be low on sugar, it weakens the character, weakens the movie, slows it down. So this scene where the lady and is stuck upstairs in the hospital with the babies, it was the most useless scene in the movie. It then let us know what we were in for. I'd never felt hate for a movie in such a long time. In that scene, never felt hate at all. I'm trying to remember what movies I watched and I disliked it, but the hate I felt in this movie, that scene, I can't even talk straight. It was real, strong. I thought to myself, this is disgusting. He had to save babies, but the way he saved the babies, he put the baby in the microwave. He went because the whole building collapsed and then tilted forward a bit. Then because in the same room there was like a vending machine. So it's like 6 to 8 babies fell out of the hospital, plus the nurse. And then there was a vending machine. So he does this aiming thing like, okay, I see the baby right there. Looks at the baby and he jumps. This is all in slow mo, right? On slow mo. And the baby's just smiling in slow mo, like playing with their thumb and pinky and just being babies. Some babies are smiling, some are giggling. I'm like, this is not childish. This is, oh my god. I think even my son wouldn't have liked it. That's how bad it was. I don't think my son would have liked it at all. That's how bad this thing was. This is a shit movie. Don't waste your money. Save your money. And even my stomach is growling right now. It's agreeing with me. So you're trying to tell me this is one of the best ways you can show us on screen. Hey, I'm talking now. Us on screen how Flash can use his powers and he saved. I almost want to upload this video. I will, in fact. I will. When I get back, I will find a way to get the video, upload it, and show you guys what I mean. You guys think you think it's jokes. You think it's jokes. It is a bad, pathetic shitfest of a movie. Saving babies the way he saved was the worst I've ever seen. I never, ever, ever, ever want to see any superhero on screen. Superman, Green Lantern, Doctor Strange, Spider-Man, Iron Man, whoever, any superhero, DC, Marvel, Batman, ever save babies. Not even a baby. Babies? Fucking hell. You guys think I'm joking. It was horrendous. You're saving babies? This is the best way you can show us how fast and how powerful Flash is. In the first 10 minutes. In the first 10 minutes. And he has this thing about him that I don't want to miss you guys' comment section. Adrenaline kicks in. Yes. My question is the other Barry reverse Flash? Oh, my bad. My bad. Your brony your name, thanks. And let me go back, guys. I missed Prince's. Yes, Prince. I don't know if you're still in the live. Yes, Barry is a reverse Flash, but not as the original reverse Flash story arc is. Even his story arc is good. A little weak when it comes to psychologically thinking of looking at the characters. It's like, so that's your reason for being a reverse Flash. You're a pathetic villain. In terms of the overall story, yes, the reverse Flash becomes the Flash's arch nemesis. But in this movie, they compressed all that and tried to use just the moniker, not the story arc, just the moniker. He then becomes his own worst enemy because he's trying to eat his cake and have it, basically. And even in the movie, Batman's like, yo, you're trying to change what made you what you are today. So it's, a direct and indirect way of saying sometimes some of the trauma we've gone through, as painful as it is, has helped us to become who we are today. That's why some of us who have healed through all that trauma or still healing are able to assist others. That's why I'm able to be Batman. That's why you're able to be the Flash. You don't know if everything happened for a specific reason, which is interesting enough because it kind of indirectly, the grand scheme of things connects with the Spider-Man 2 movie, because it's on this precipice of that. This is why Uncle Ben had to die. This is why we go through these painful situations, because we're like, damn, the way I just lost my father, the way I just lost my mother, it's the way this criminal killed my family. I never want anyone to go through that again. Never want anyone to experience that kind of pain. And there was no police to help, and not that the police couldn't help. They're probably out fighting crime somewhere else, or stopping a robbery, or doctors couldn't help because this town is so ridden with enemies and villains and bad guys and crime. There's no one just saying, I'm not going to do this by the book. Hence Batman. And that's why I love characters like the Batman, or any character who's gone through some level of trauma. Not that you end up bitter. There's a level of bitterness, yes, but there's this, no, I won't let this happen to anyone again. And it's a charge you embody, and it kind of informs the way you do things as well. So that's why many people are saying, oh, I don't like the Ben Affleck Batman because he was too brutal. I was like, well, realistically, I'm not trying to say you have to make the superhero movie too realistic, but in some instance, if you're telling different variations of a Batman, different multiverses of a Batman, there will be a Batman that will eventually decide to kill He's enemies because he's realized every 6 months I put these guys in prison or in Arkham Asylum, they come out. So the system is feeding off. So not only am I fighting crime now, I'm having to fight the system itself. So the justice system is so broken. That's why some of the police hate me because I'm taking away their work. I'm making them look bad each time I solve a particular thing quickly. Each time I catch a bad guy quick. Whereas before I stepped in as Batman, the police took a little while to catch. When they caught them, oh, thank you, police. You praise them, give them a key to the city, and then obviously behind closed doors, all right, okay, cool. Maybe let it die down for like 2-3 months. Maybe like the fourth month, then break him out again. Then we'll do the whole play again. That gets annoying. The audience, the city's like, oh, here we go again, the new villain. It's a rinse and repeat cycle. Everyone gets to eat. Family gets to be happy when the police do the job. Police get a pay rise or whatever. Someone makes detective. Someone makes a mayor. The system feeds itself. So for someone like Batman to see that, it pisses him off. He realizes, if I cut the leg of crime here, if I do this here, then all the crime bosses get pissed off. Some, under the payroll of crime bosses, police officers like, yo, this guy just came out of nowhere. Vigilante, blah, blah, blah. He hasn't been sworn in by the judge. The city doesn't accept him. So all those things play in, So it's like, well, I realize that not only is it the crime, not only is crime the problem, not only are criminals the problem, but even our police system is criminal. Our justice system is criminal. Our political system is criminal. So it's like an ongoing problem that he has to fight consistently. And eventually, I'm not saying that will make him break, but after a while, once I put these guys to sleep, then everyone will be like, oh, you know what? We were messing around with Batman thinking, he's gonna be in on this game with us, but he's killing folk now. That changes your mindset as a crooked police officer. That changes your mindset as a villain, as a bad guy, as a criminal. So now you're not only are you shook up of the Batman, he kills. So whatever next crime I commit and he catches me could be my last day on Earth. That makes him think differently. So crime would reduce a bit, or it peaks like, nah, this Batman thinks he's a god. Then unstoppable meets the immovable. You and I both know Batman ain't going down easily, so he's going to take everyone down to stop. And then when you destroy that kind of low-level crime, new criminals come up. Because it's like, oh, so now we know what you're dealing with in Gotham. Ra's al Ghul, mutated criminals, it's something that we can look forward to eventually when it comes to storytelling. So when people say, same thing with Ben Affleck, Batman, oh, it's too brutal, he kills them, like, you people are stupid. You want baby movies all the time. This is why this movie exists, because people like baby nonsense. They're passive viewers. And I imagine there are more passionate moviegoers out there in the world than passive viewers. But they're feeding passive viewers, and they're the ones giving the money away. Like fools. Hey, here's money. Woo! Money, take. Take money. You're making movies like The Eternals, that is shit. You're doing movies like this movie, it's shit. You're doing Batman vs Superman, it's shit. They're rushing. They said this movie was a 4-hour movie, apparently, when it was first made. 4 hours. For what? It's too long. It's too long. Lord of the Rings was 3 hours. Worth it. You can't make that movie shorter. That movie was not too long. Just right. Just right. That's how you do a great movie. You made 3 movies, each 3 hours long. If you were to watch that as one full marathon, 9 hours in a day, you're going to be taking breaks, so that's going to be longer. And yet you say the movie was 4 hours long. Why does one movie, need to be 4 hours long? And that's not even after, that's pre-editing. So that means you just got fluff. The intro of this movie did not need to be shot. It was all CGI as well. It wasn't Ezra Miller doing scenes that they recorded him in and then put in the CGI. Everything was CGI. The babies looked bad. Now I thought to myself, in a budget you've been given, is this one of the best ways to spend that budget on CGI? Because when he started doing the time travel thing, the moving backwards in time to visualize the exact window he can jump in to fix stuff, because his mom gets killed by someone, and then his dad gets framed for it because he was a young boy, and then obviously when they came in, because his fingerprint on the knife in the mother's chest, and even then I was thinking, what kind of because they have no other way of proving that it wasn't him, plus the fingerprints was on the knife. That's how he gets arrested. Then Barry gets put in foster home or whatever the story is. I can't fully remember. So even that story too, to this day, slightly annoys me because the father wasn't. He was a respected dude. I think he was a doctor. I think he's never shown any history of violence to previous partners in his life, to his son, his neighborhood, his patients. You find fingerprints on the knife, and because the police aren't thinking it could be a superhero villain or supervillain or metahuman, fingerprints on the knife. You're telling me in every gunshot case, knife stabbing, knife wound case, no 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 human being has naturally, like, oh my god, there's a knife in my father's or mother's chest. Do I take it out? Do I? You're saying no one on the cosmos, on the planet of Earth, has ever put their hands on the murder weapon, except this doctor. So I didn't even buy that story too tough. But that's how, again, that's how it works for the Flash. Or that's his origin story. His mother gets killed, father gets framed for it, and then Barry gets put into foster home. It's supposed to deter him off the path of becoming the Flash. Same thing with like Batman. To deter him off the path of becoming the Batman, you save or you play hero by going into the past and saving Bruce Wayne's parents from being killed. But Bruce will never become Batman because his parents don't die. The path he follows just shifts a bit. So that's Batman's timeline or that's Flash's timeline. If you just change something, whatever is changed, then the path tweaks a bit or it tilts whatever. It's no longer this anymore. It's something else. But in this movie, they don't even give us the due diligence of at least applying or implying that it's something else that causes the death of the mother. The on-screen relationship between the mother, the father, and the child actor they play for Barry, it's okay. Not believable, but it's okay. If anything, the father does a better job in acting than the lady. No offense to the lady. And because Ezra, I think the name, I don't know where Ezra Miller as an actor, I don't know where his genetic origins are from. The mother obviously has a Spanish tongue on her. So I'm like, okay, it makes sense. Almost like having, it's almost like the same thing they did with Wonder Woman, where all the other people had this accent. So you could say that's why Diana sounds the way she does because of Gal Gadot's accent. So that's why they all sound the way they do in the Amazonian forest because the mother sounds a particular way and they all have this particular accent. So that's why they all talk like that. Same thing they did with Ezra Miller's, the actress who played Ezra Miller's mom. I'm like, you didn't need that. But I will give respect where it's due. The father, the actor who plays the father, played it good enough, convincing. Whereas the mother was not convincing at all. There was a scene where she gives him a hug as the future Barry, even though in that timeline, her Barry is still young. But somehow there was this scene where they're letting us know she could tell it's him because he looks like he looks like the future older version of her young boy. It's just Sister Constance is here. It's almost like seeing your future version of your little CGI confused. I was just about to say that as well. I'm just reading your comments, Sister Constance. Yeah, you could watch it, and best believe you'll call me when you watch that scene. I almost want you. You know what? Please watch it. Find a way to watch the intro. You guys find a way to watch the intro and you see what I'm talking about. So that's my review. I've been waffling on for long. It's a crap movie. I wish I never watched it. I wish I never ever watched it. I'm trying to get it out of my head and I can't. I'll do another review again. Not even a review, just a discussion to say, what they could have fixed, what they could have changed to try and salvage it. And as I'm saying that, I'm struggling to even convince myself of that reality. I can't. I can't see how they could have. Some scenes, yes. What I liked about the movie, I didn't mind Michael Keaton's Batman. I enjoyed some bits of him. Superwoman, I enjoyed some bits of her as well. They did not give her enough to do. They didn't give her enough to do. They didn't even take from the Zack Snyder Man of Steel movie in terms of the fight scenes. That's one of the best fight scenes I've seen when it comes to someone as powerful as Superman on screen moving fast, not flash fast, but fast enough to decimate. Because they when once Zack Snyder did it, he replicated the same action scenes with Wonder Woman, and that was fine because it worked in the Man of Steel movie. I don't have an issue with repeating some fight scenes or fight choreography as long as it's done well and tasteful. I won't sit down and go, oh, they copied Superman. How weak you can create your own. No, it's his own world. Of course, he's going to use the same fight stance for Superman with Wonder Woman. It worked perfectly. There's a scene too in the Man of Steel movie where Superman was fighting Fayora. Fayora and this 6'8" Kryptonian as well. They were both fighting Superman. One of the best, one of the best fight scenes of the Man of Steel movie. It showed two warriors beating the crap out of their opponent. And this is Superman getting his ass whipped in his movie. Good. It's good. That's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to do it like that so you feel the tension. You feel like, yo, he could lose this fight if he's not careful. There's no kryptonite in this movie, but he could lose the fight. If they pummel him enough to the floor and just consistently blow his brains, he yo, Kryptonian versus Kryptonian under the yellow sun, his head will crack. They could crack his skull and finish him. Put him in a chokehold, continue to just lace combos in his face, he's done. Take out his eyes, yep. Apply enough pressure, you could remove his eyeballs, you could twist his neck, they could have broken his arm. Just constantly at him. He could have died if he wasn't skilled enough. What he was doing was defense. They were fighting offense hard. So he was trying to fly away. At one point, they yanked his cape and pulled him down. It's almost like, oh, you have a cape? We don't need a cape. Come here. Bam! They pummeled him nicely to the ground. One of the best fight scenes, showing two skilled warriors from his homeland saying, we will end you. We will end you. You're good. We're bred warriors. Complete difference. Meaning you were sent from Krypton. Here you grew up here. So you grew up with the human mentality, morality, love life, protect life. Don't just kill for joy. They kill for joy especially when they're defending. Almost like they have this mindset of a righteous battle or righteous war. They're not just bred just to cause disorder. They're bred to protect Krypton. They're bred as the army of Krypton. Literally bred. So you will put certain parameters in their mind saying anything that comes in your way to stop you from your mission, end it. Don't have a discussion. Don't sympathize, empathize. End that obstacle in your path. So those two characters were done perfectly well. They brought them in this movie again, but again, CGI fest. So whatever scenes they had shot with the original actors and actresses, it was replaced because you could see it that it wasn't the original people. It was just a CGI rendition of them. That's why my brother and I were saying this was a previs. This is something you show the studio. This is what we intend to make. This is why we need the money that we're asking for, because to do this on set, to build a set thing, to build the props, to get the costumes, is going to cost money. We have to pay this costume designer. We have to pay the set designer. We have to pay the architect, the builder, the CGI money to make up the rendition first. The time it's going to take. Whereas if you just do it in one CGI scene, done. We don't have to call actors who say, oh, you have to pay me by the hour or pay me by the minute or pay me by the second. All that kind of stuff. So you don't have to have that nonsense of actors saying, yeah, I charge by the second, I charge. No. So when you're already done with that, it's easy for people to say, oh, okay, we know what this is about. Then we don't need to stress anymore. We just give you the money and you just do the scene. It's a shame because I really wanted to love this movie. I really wanted to, especially how I was reacting to the trailers. Trailers was the first trap I didn't pay attention to. That's when my hope just peaked. I said, oh, if you can do the trailers like this, okay. So they literally showed the best scenes in the movie in the trailer, which is a shame. It's a trope Warner Brothers was doing for a very long time when Zack Snyder was in charge. Show some of the best scenes in the movie in the trailer, get people hype, because then some people would just do a mathematical, well, they probably showed some of the good scenes in the movie, in the trailer, and then the rest will be what we look forward to in the movie. No, this one was, they showed the best scenes in the trailer. And the other scenes extended of that trailer scene that we saw wasn't enough to satisfy passionate moviegoers like myself. Again, Flash is someone who's always planning his speed, his use of speed, his abilities. When he meets an obstacle, he's always finding a way to say, okay, this thing is thicker than me, stronger than me. If I get hit enough times by this thing, I will die. There won't be enough room for me to heal because I'm on the floor here. Whereas if someone gets him away from the scene, he'll be knocked out cold, but he'll heal. He'll regenerate eventually. Even in the TV show, there was one scene where he's got his body bruised so bad, they're like, yo, your healing factor is wavering. Whatever's going on, you're not healing as fast as you could. And then the same villain that caused him the pain was causing trouble in the city. So that compassion to say, yo, I can't sit here in bed, heal, whilst people are dying on the street. So it was good to see that in the TV show. In this movie, Flash looked very unsure of himself, always afraid, always shy and panicky. Like the scene where they were like those. I think I did a reaction to that where people were like, "Oh, Flash, I love you." It's like, "Thank you. You seem nice." That whole, even me who is introverted, me who is taking time to come out of this gloom, whatever thing I've been in. I expressed it differently, and I could look at it and go, "No, that's not organic enough." And I'm not saying, oh, if you want to do it like how I've gone through it. People have gone through their own phase of being shy and timid and worried of how they're being received. You've been the Flash for a while. You've used your powers differently for a while. You can always tell the progress of a superhero based on how they've used their powers, meaning they're taking time to say, yo, I don't want to fumble this thing I've got. So how do I work it into my life? How do I use it to the best of my advantage or best of my ability so I don't hurt people? Like when he says, oh, if I move too fast towards a human being, I could crush him or I could kill him or destroy them. That's someone who's thinking, he's processing. So he's trying to balance his use of speed, and you could even argue that he's holding his speed back. So when he meets an obstacle where it's like, yo, I need to go full supernova here, that's how you then show us the next level of using your powers on screen. Not that bullshit you showed us saving babies, all CGI babies as well. They even included a dog in the blood clot scene. What is going on in Hollywood? DC is just, yeah, Constance, you're right. I almost see it, please. See it. So that way we'll do another live. See it so you get tissue because you're gonna cry. You might cry some blood. Come on, man. Oh my God. And they've been on the red carpet as well. This guy's so good at lying. That's why I don't care about Hollywood. It's in their contract to speak highly of the movie, even if it's crap. You can't say it's crap. It's in their contract to speak highly of the movie. When in the red carpet thing, yeah. Interviewed, yep. Sometimes the people doing the interview will be told, you can't ask this question. You got to ask that question. You can't do this. You got to do this. So it's a game in of itself. There's no honesty, not all the time anyway. There's no truthfulness, not all the time anyway. So as I'm watching the movie and I'm thinking to myself, all the red carpet scenes that I saw, all the interviews, everyone's smiling. It was like, yeah, the story, it's like Boy Meets World, and how would you feel if you were, so some really good bits and really heart emotional. I'm like, you lying son of a punk. It is a bad movie. Again, if you're a passive moviegoer, meaning when the movie's on, you're on the phone talking to your auntie or your sister saying, yeah, oh, it's just the way he just, oh my God. And your auntie, what happened? No, I'm just watching this movie, just the way he punched that guy in the face. What? They did that in school? Oh no, that's a shame. Oh my God, the way that car just crashed. Fine, that's who you are. Me, I pay attention. My phone is ringing, I pause the thing. What's up? Answer my phone call, hang it up, back again. Even when I pause, I take it back to make sure I haven't missed anything. So I catch up at the exact point I started. Even watching Silo right now, which is the Constance who recommended that show, I will go back to a particular episode and watch it again just so I get what I need to get from the movie. I'm the same guy who watched The Matrix 3 times just to grasp it for myself. My brain works differently than your brain. Yours works differently than mine. Some people will go into this movie It was cool. My cousin saw it yesterday. He didn't find any issue with the first scene of saving CGI babies. He said the CGI was a little off. The whole movie is a non-movie. It doesn't add, it doesn't reduce. It. If they didn't make this movie, you're missing nothing. So for those who are passionate moviegoers like I am, even if you're passive, I encourage you check out the Flashpoint animation. Far superior. I'm not kidding. Far superior. So when it comes to saying we're gonna give DC and Warner Brothers money, I will gladly say, yep, bought that on Blu-ray. Yep, gonna watch that on HBO Max. Gladly, gladly. And I haven't even broken down the whole movie. I'm gonna do a whole spoiler review, and I'll do it in chunks. So that way, people who can't sit for an hour or whatever won't find that tedious. I'm going to break it down. Hopefully, I can do some scenes, some screen grabs and scenes, so that way YouTube won't cry copyright and nonsense. I'll do a few scenes and then we'll break it down bit by bit. I'm about to milk the crap out of this movie. I'm gonna milk it. I'm gonna milk it so that way people can fully grasp when I say I'm a passionate viewer. So people don't come around and talk all this nonsense. You know, you're too critical, because I don't need filth. I don't need people. Everyone's different. You want to have your own unique circle these days. Life is getting sweeter. It's one life we live. I want a particular squad around me, man, because one day you see my name when it comes to director, writer, and producer, because I'm realizing people aren't doing what can be done, what is possible, what is doable, what they should be doing. And again, these aren't free movies. We're not seeing this movie on digital straight out of release. So again, if you're a passive moviegoer, I'm not here to shame you. You will enjoy this movie. You probably will think this is a great movie. People will be throwing words: great, awesome, amazing, spectacular. Those four words is what I would use for the Spider-Man 2 movie. And even that has flaws in it. I'm very aware of someone who's been watching movies for a very long time. As awesome as all the movies that I mentioned in the beginning of this live, Terminator 1, 2, Lord of the Rings, Harry Potter, great, beautiful movie going experiences. Every movie has a flaw or flaws in them. Let me go back to the comment section, because it's just me and Constance in here. Thanks for saying this long, by the way, Sister Constance. Always appreciate your support. Always, always, always. And I don't want to blame people who have dipped out already, because everybody got things to do. Those four words will be decided by review. If movies, if yeah, people do that a lot. I said, you know what, when you see something, you feel something, you say, hey, something is not something is off here, but let me pause, let me just see what everyone is saying. So you just sit back and say, okay, watch this person's review. Okay, I don't watch reviews to inform my my feeling. Not even opinion is like, no. I prefer to look at the thing and say, you know this is a crystal. Not this is a stone that's colored. It's a colored stone. It's a colored stone with different colors. It's a painted stone, painted by nature. You're being too coy, too whatever. It's a crystal. It's a crystal. Don't try and be spicy with it. It's a crystal, and it's got a particular name. Maybe in your country it's called differently. In your mother's tongue, your father's tongue is called differently. But call it as it is. I don't have time for it's a painted rock. No, that's there's a word for it. I don't like doing. I'm not that being. I don't like, I just love being truthful, organic, and precise. I love it. I want to be as direct as possible. I want to be the thing itself and say, I know what this is a crystal. Don't I'm not gonna go to Mexico and say, don't call it what you call it in Mexico. I'll ask what you call it in Mexico. I'll call it that as well. All the ancient words of this particular piece of nature, I want to be as close as I can to those ancient words. Not here to try and start making up new stuff. And so I don't fake reviews. So I watch reviews of other people just to say, okay, I can see how these people fake stuff. I'm glad I'm being. I want to be original and authentic, as best as I can, as best as I cosmic can. I was built a particular way. You all built a particular way, and as you can hear in my ranting, I've just been tired of hearing people telling me you're too harsh, too harsh. I'm like, nah, I realize y'all asleep. I'm not asleep. There's nothing wrong with that, but I don't like being told something when I've not gone at you. If I start telling people, oh, you people are too dumb, you don't know what movies are, yeah, then you can come at me and say, yeah, you're too harsh. Of course. But when I've kept in my corner and say, yeah, I'm just chilling, and you ask me what do you think about the movie, I think it was shit. Oh, it's too harsh. Why did you ask me then? Just because you want to argue? Just want to hear my opinion or my feeling on the thing? Not even opinion. Rephrase that. You want to hear my feeling on the thing is as truthful as I can be, so you can shut it down. I'm not that dude no more. Yeah, got me messed up in the past, but not anymore. This is a trash movie. So passive moviegoers will enjoy it, but me, it hurt. It hurt because I even felt like a fool reacting to the trailer. But I'm going to leave those videos up. I'm not going to hide them and delete them. I'm going to show the complete difference of how a trailer can sell a movie and then trick you into thinking the movie is good with the trailer. So this is bad marketing, or false advertising. You, now I almost want Constance. Enjoy. Let me know when you've seen it too, because it's sweet me now. No, Sister Constance, you calling it stones is different. You were coming new to it. It's when someone calls it stones and makes it a staple, saying this is what I'm calling it. You're new into the world, so you call it what you think it's called till you find out, oh, this thing predates you. Currently, we call it crystals. Currently, it's called this. The name currently is called amethyst. You take the same stone to a different country, they might have a different language for it, but the energy that emits is unique to you and it's unique to itself. It might vary for everyone who's wielding the stone or wielding the crystal, or whatever. It's not saying stone is bad, but it has a name. It's like, I don't the best example I can give. I can't create one right now. But you came into it differently. It's when a person is arguing with someone who studies crystals, studies the natural formation of crystals in the world, and then you come across that person and they say, no, it's called a stone. You're insulting the person. You're not even letting the person breathe. You're not even listening to the person and seeing what they have to offer in terms of the information they're giving. You're new to it. But it's when you're calling the thing that you're new to as if it's a standard, it should be called stone. I don't know why people call this thing crystals. It's just a painted stone. It's a subtle level of hubris. Don't do that. When you don't know something that predate, I always say, use this word, it predates you, meaning it existed before you, and other people would have probably gone through the same procedure you're going through by calling it one thing that it's not. It's best to learn a thing, become part of it, and then so that way you're the beacon of the thing as a serving a purpose in your life. It's when that hubris sets in and says it's just a painted stone. Why are you guys calling it this? You've separated yourself from the thing. The thing does its job. You either align with it or not. But if you're not aligning with it, don't become the person who then tries to put the thing down or belittle what it is. Those are the things that irritate me. You don't know the varying levels of enjoying a movie. Some people, like I keep saying, I've been saying it for eons. People watch a TV show when they're depressed. To finish the season, they become happier. For some whatever reason, these things are journeys for some people. Some people get advice, love, or joy, or the maybe adrenaline or whatever energy they receive from a movie. 5 people can go see one movie and they will all get different energies from that one movie. The 5 different people. So that's the kind of being that I am. There's always something in certain movies. In this movie, this one didn't have that shit for me. So that's why things irritate me the way they do. That's why I when it comes to these movies. I can see my battery is low. I don't know why it's low. Constance, I appreciate you for that, and that's very true. I don't want to be that, so that way, yeah, I can give my honest expression of a thing, man. I was so excited, but I'm glad. I'm glad that the Spider-Man 2 movies supersedes this one. I watched that one twice, and that's the kind of movie you want to watch multiple times. And that's I keep saying that that's one way I measure the level of awesomeness in the movie is how many times I can watch it without feeling fatigued or bored. Just like the Avengers Infinity War and Endgame, when Spider-Man 2 comes in on digital, there will be scenes I will skip just to get to the good parts. Whereas when I watched in Infinity War, I'd never skip any scene in that movie. I watch it right from beginning, middle to end. Endgame though, there's a part where it slows down a bit. It peaks, dips, and then peaks again. The part where it dips, I just skip. Nothing wrong with that. That's just the thing where I've realized that when it comes to me making my movie in the future, I'll be avoiding that part of storytelling. I don't want people to. I want to give a breather, but I want people to be at the edge of their seat, but just relaxing. Like, ooh, that was a tough scene. What's happening next? You know, but you're looking forward to the next thing. Like Mission Impossible has that. You'll be action, 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 tense, pause, stakes are risen. Somebody got shot in his team. He wants to help the person who got shot. The person who got shot in the leg. Like, go, Ethan, go, go. We got it. So you're like, oh my god, he's about to die. You sure? Okay, cool. Then Ethan has to do his thing. So even though it doesn't dip, it's like it just back and forth, back and forth. But it's like, oh my god, breathe, breathe, breathe. That guy just got shot. If he bleeds out, he won't be able to use the laptop to open the vault door. And then if Tom Cruise goes there, even though we know Tom's not going to die, it's how well you tell the story. Tom just got blinded in one eye. He's going to heal eventually, but now he's got one eye to do this thing. As much as people will argue that Tom Cruise should have died realistically in those kind of movies, I get it. But at least they do a good enough job to let you know, yo, he just got knocked out right now. He just got tied up. So how's he going to escape? He's going to have someone help him. He might have a little gadget on him that works, does the thing, tries to break open the cuff. And then when he tries to break open the cuff, it's one part of the cuff. So now he has to fight with one arm. So they choreograph Tom Cruise so well that it's like, I buy it. I get it. I get it. I'm on board with you. At least you give me some up and down scenes. He's close to dying. We know he's not going to die. And what's the point coming to watch a Mission Impossible movie to wait for Tom Cruise to die? If he dies, who's going to replace him? Because if you're doing that and they replace him, best believe there's going to be audience saying, oh, crap replacement. No, you can't replace him. And then if you replace it now with a female actress, oh, and now it's this male and female argument. Oh, women strong, man. Now you're muddying the waters. You know what you've come for when it comes to Mission Impossible. Enjoy it and stop complaining that he should die. What you want to say is they should have a nice, cool way of ending it where he doesn't die, but he resigns and you close the Mission Impossible. But again, Paramount loves. Is it Paramount that produces Mission Impossible? That's money. That's a money maker movie. So best believe they're going to keep making money off that, and especially when the movies come out well. That is a beautiful movie. Great story, great action, great stakes. Maybe once or twice. When someone says they're going to steal a bomb or a nuclear weapon, let it go off. Maybe once or twice. That one I'm looking forward to seeing. I won't lie. Pardon me. Don't make the villain hype up himself so much that he doesn't get to do what he says he's going to do. Like Die Hard, same thing. Villain said they're going to do something, they did it. So that's when that's like immovable meets an unstoppable force. Like, yo, this guy just lit up half a nuke in the city. We're not locking him up. We have to kill him. We have to shoot him on sight. So then the movie gets spicy. So not only have you shown us your villain is ready to do what he says he's going to do. He said he was going to blow up the school at 3 p.m. He blew it up at 1. So now you can't even try and detangle the bomb before 3 p.m. He sets you guys up. He gets you wild goose chasing, trying to, get a number of people, maybe get your best police officers or get your best SWAT team or best bomb disposable team into the building. He detonates the bomb at 1, not 3. Now you know you're playing with someone who doesn't play games. For UK has got more bombs in the city and he's just going to let them off for the sake of it. That's a villain. You're like, yo, we can't play with this one, boy. He might span into a next movie or third movie, like a 3-arc movie in the sequences of Mission Impossible. But you ain't playing with this one, boy. So Ethan ain't dying. He's hurt. He's unconscious. How is the team going to help him now then if he's unconscious? I don't think it's smart to kill Tom Cruise in a Mission Impossible movie. I did tease about it when I was doing my my trailer reaction for Equalizer. Yes, because I personally don't want to see Denzel die in this movie either. Because if you pulled off Mission Impossible and John Wick for years, surely we can have the exact same thing for Denzel with Equalizer. Look at Extraction with Chris Hemsworth. For those who haven't seen the first one, those who watch it will know. They got a second one now, and it's not a prequel either. So let's rock and roll. Oh, it might be a prequel. I haven't seen the second one. I'm going to watch it today. It might be a prequel. So these are the kind of things where you want to do a movie, you can do it well, And where people complain, oh, your main hero never dies. No, but they get hurt and they struggle. Tom Cruise will limp just to go and save someone. He will limp to stop a bomb. He will jump off a building and strap the bomb to himself and find a way to dispose of it in a safe area where people don't get hurt. He thinks about, if I dispose of this bomb, how about the aftermath of the smell? These are things that I always appreciate when it comes to movies. So I can argue, yeah, Tom Cruise never dies, but at least the stakes are high. And his team gets hurt. He gets hurt. That's good enough for me. Because I don't want that to change. Because if it changes, only way it changes is IMF stops, you shut it down, he survives, he goes away and hides in a place with his wife and his crew, go happily ever after. They check up on each other once or twice. Cool. Then you create a new IMF team. So that way the Mission Impossible story continues, but a new team. And the casting has to be on point because naturally we've been watching Tom Cruise for a long time. So when you pitch new actors to us, we will criticize, we will compare. We will naturally say, yo, Tom Cruise was so good, I don't know why you guys replaced him. Tom's going to get old enough to eventually say, you know what, I'm going to stop acting. I know Harrison Ford is still doing Indiana Jones, for example, but still. And eventually, I feel if you want to keep the franchise going, introduce a new team. Maybe keep, what's his name, Sean Penn. Is it Sean Penn? The IT guy. Ving Rhames, maybe, just to keep that familiarity. But you need a new team, and if you're going to put a new leading actor, it has to be someone we follow for a while, man. They tried to do it with Jeremy, whatever his name is, the guy who plays Hawkeye. It didn't work. You can't use that guy to replace Tom Cruise. No offense to him as an actor, but that's not a smart move to do. But anyway, no, I won't spoil Extraction. I'm gonna leave that one there. But thank you. This is what, 2 hours long now, 3 hours. It's a very long live, but I enjoyed it. But I'm not done. Not done. This movie is shit. And I don't want to just say it's shit and leave it there. I want to be able to show people why it's shit so people can see it. It's easy to talk and it's easy to describe certain scenes, but when you see it, you know. Maybe the best way I can put it, the most insulting way, or one of the most insulting ways, Home Alone 1 and 2 are far better than this movie, The Flash. Home Alone 1 and 2 are much better than the Flash movie. I repeat, Home Alone 1 and 2 are far better and superior than this Flash movie, in my opinion. I'd rather watch that over and over again than this movie. I'm not saying because the Flash movie is so bad, I'd rather watch Home Alone 2. Home Alone 2 is beautiful. The slapstick comedy in Home Alone 1 and 2, beautiful. But at least it makes sense. The slapstick comedy in this one is not even set up properly. It's not set up in a way where it pays off well. Hold on a minute. How's that continuing? Is that? I'm confused. My battery died. No way. Is this thing still working? I'm confused now. Okay, Constance, are you there? Just say yes or no. Because if this thing is still live, then my phone died, and it's saying it's. Just let me know if you, because I'm confused and shook. How about that? I'm confused and shook. I just want to know if you're still here, because if you're still here, that means it caught everything it caught. I don't know if I pick my nose, blood. Okay, if you're still here, did you see anything? What did you see before? Was it blackout? Was it? I want to know if you saw, because I could have been half naked in here. Okay, fine, cool. So nothing that shouldn't been seen. Cool, and I appreciate you for staying, Sister Constance. Yo, true part of the year. I gotta be giving you more big ups, man. Gotta be giving you more big ups. I was a robot for a while. It's better to hear that than. Okay, cool. I'm cool. So the mic works. That's good. The mic works on live. I'm glad for that. I'm gonna find a way to get a different mic setup. And I didn't know I was repeating myself Might be glitch. It was a glitch. No, the phone died. So I don't know how it didn't stop the live. The phone died because I had. Here you go. This is what I had the thing plugged to. I had the dongle plugged to my phone, with the Yeti connected. So I don't know if you can tell the difference in the audio right now. You can tell it sounds. I don't know if you could or couldn't, because I had to go back to the video as well. So when I checked my other phone just to see how the live is going, I saw the live option. The red button was still on. I'm like, why are you still on? I'm not here anymore. So when the phone comes back on, because I've taken this out, it's now charged. It's charged and I'm talking to you. I then go into. I said breathe. I then went into the the YouTube setting. It then said end live or resume live. I'm like, I don't know what you mean to end, because my phone died. So technically, the death of the phone should have ended the live. That's never happened to me. Sometimes this technology, you can misuse technology, man. You can yeah, you cannot appreciate technology too well. That's interesting. Because right now it's saying, yeah, it's not no. Right now it's working just fine. I'm so shocked. It literally said resume live or end live. So I thought, okay, let me just hit resume and see what's gonna happen, because I didn't want to say end and then it didn't. I was worried it didn't save the live. So I said, let me hit resume. Then I see you with your emojis laughing. I'm like, oh, that must have been an emoji you laughed at or you sent whilst I was still on before the phone died. Then I'm like, let me just see. Are you still here, sis? You're like, yes. I'm like, it's almost like I'm in the past right now talking to a future version of you. It's creepy. I just thought the phone dying would have two things: either automatically saved the video, or cutting it and saving it, or just ending without saving. So I thought, okay, well, it's either one of the two, but at least I expressed myself enough, and I said I was going to record again in the future. So I was thinking, do I want to leave this live up or just record the live, have you guys join, chat, and then delete the live and then do another one? I thought, no, I'll just leave it up. So once I was thinking all that before I was going to shut it down without saying Home Alone 1 and 2 are better than this, it just blanked. I was like, okay, cool, my phone, something happened to my phone. I'm hitting buttons, nothing's working. I'm like, oh crap, the phone died. And I thought this dongle would charge the phone whilst the mic was plugged through. But I like that the mic works. I went back to my old phone and went back to the beginning of the live. I can hear the hiss. The hiss is different from the phone's audio to the mic's audio. So I got to give Yeti kudos on that. And that's good for you as well if you're going live on YouTube. I was going to say that because I remember once I went live on Instagram, it didn't work. But I'll try it again later. I might go live later on Instagram, use the Yeti mic, and see if it's going to be, if it picks it up as a primary microphone. So that's another plus side for you as well when you get yours. Because I know there's another device that would allow me to use studio set mics for the phone as well. You know me as well, into my gadgets and stuff. So I was panicking, but I was like, at least I did a good live. That was sweet. I enjoyed myself. I did not as full as I wanted to, but I enjoyed myself. So when the screen went blank, I'm like, me? You just cut my live like that. They said, no, it's not personal. Your phone died. Please shut up. Stop, shut up. Your phone died. But yes, it's good. It's good to know that it's work. That's pretty good on what do you call it, YouTube side, to be honest, to have a live freeze on loop whilst the main device you're using dies. That's an interesting thing. So when people are talking AI, I think that's a good thing of AI, because I could have lost the files. I could have lost. Let's say I was expressing myself, with or whatever. I could have easily lost content. Yes, I can recreate it to an extent, or because it's me, I'll just record another video. But I could have easily lost content. So when I came back and I saw the, anyway, I'm done. I was just shocked. I was really shocked. If you breathe, it's a constant. I was like, hold on, it says I'm live, but I'm not moving. So I thought you'd have seen me pick my nose and I was holding my face. I'm like, what did you see when you say you're still here? So I'm like, Sister Constance, you still here? Yes. I'm like, holy it's freaky. It's freaky. But I appreciate you joining, sis, as always. If you're still where you're at, I don't want to put your business out there. Let a brother know. But yeah, I can't wait for you to see this stuff. And yes, I saw your comment about double review. Yes. I didn't even think of that. It'll be sweet to do a double review, because I want to rinse the nonsense out of this movie. I want to rinse the crap out of it. My brother and I are going to do one. We're already done. I'll edit that later. I want to rinse the crap out of this movie, because it's This is a clear example of you don't care about the audience. You've already given us your money. Screw you. To hell with you. So I look forward to our review for sure, because then you bring out your sister Constanceness as well, and uncle and uncles. You have to breathe. You can't see this movie more than once, you know. You can't see it twice, you know. What a shameful excuse for a movie. Thieving people's money. Then when you talk, yeah, too critical. You can still hear me ranting about it because it's like it bothered me for a while, man. And I wasn't lying. I wasn't just trying to take the piss. When you said he said that when I did the whole Home Alone 1 and 2 is better. Yeah, Home Alone 1 and 2 far better than this movie. I will watch them on repeat. And not saying, oh, because there's nothing else to watch and watch Home Alone 2, 1 and 2. No. They are far more entertaining, compelling, emotional, intelligent. The slapstick humor is better in Home Alone 1 and 2. The slapstick humor in this movie is shit. Everything in this movie. Everything. Everything. Showing how time is rewound. Showing how other worlds are coming, colliding together. My brother couldn't understand what was going on. He couldn't. It's because I'd heard it in different reviews as well, way before the movie came out, where it's going to be a clash of different worlds. So when you say clash, I'm like, oh, but the depiction of a clash in different worlds visually was done very bad. They look like they visualize the world as Christmas ornaments. They look like Christmas ornaments. So if you don't know anything about Flash, you know nothing about the Flash. All you're hearing is timelines could collide. The visual representation of that was not done well. Timelines could collide is when you show different scenes of two different presidents in one scene. Like how the hell these two different presidents lived at two different times, and one of them is dead before the other. So being the same timeline, and I say presidents because it's based in America. Um, Technology, you can show technology that's outdated, corresponding with current technology, or better yet, you could show a black and white timeline where where things the past depicted as the past, but black and white, particular old school cars, the wind up cars, and then a weird future amalgamation of flying cars. You could show that, like, oh wait, oh, so it's two worlds colliding. Simple shit. Even Doctor Strange into the Multiverse of Madness did it well. Showed how two worlds collide, so we can just look at it and go, oh, even for them cave time period, you could have that time colliding with the future cars, and people, cave, oh, and then future cars, oh, show that, oh my, not only is the Flash thing going on, two worlds are literally colliding. Show another world, like, Planets of the Apes, where there's a alternate universe where apes run things, and then they're seeing human beings like, huh, what, so this movie is on many levels, on many sci-fi comedies. Oh, there's a scene where he wants to see Iris West, not one of his main crush, like his main future love. She asks him, "Can I come and see you?" He says yes, but then because he's Flash, they're right next to each other, right? I'm Barry, and this is Iris West. He said, "Oh, you want to come to my place?" She's like, "Yeah." He's like, "Okay, just give me a second, give me a second." Then he runs upstairs and cleans up his room, all the mess, puts it in a cupboard. And in that same split second, it's not like she waits for him to go upstairs, because he's the Flash, so he does it so quick. It's like turning her head away. Are you ready? Then, it's like, cool. He opens the door. Then they come in and she goes, I actually thought you'd be a messy person. It's like, oh, me messy? I'm the tidiest guy on the planet. Then he rests against the cupboard where he puts all the mess in. And then because it's like one of those studio apartments, it's a cupboard that has a open, like, I don't know if you open the wardrobe and the ironing board comes out. So that occurs and all the trash just comes. I'm like, why? 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 Why is that? You could have gotten away with him hiding all the stuff because he's that clean. He hid everything. I mean, he's that not clean. He's that fast that he keeps the illusion that he's clean. Nothing wrong with that. Being in a relationship with Iris West will never be a thing where, oh, you're so messy, Barry, because he'll just do it quick. And the TV show does it far better. Honey, done. Even when Iris goes into the room, he asks, "Do you want anything to drink? Tea, coffee, water?" She goes, "Can I have a beer, please?" He opens his fridge. It's one old broccoli that's going off, maybe one half-eaten sandwich, No beverage, nothing. No Fanta, no Coca-Cola, nothing. Then he looks across the wall and then vibrates, faces himself into the neighbor's room, steals beer out of their fridge, comes back into his room. And then in the dialogue, he says, "Here's the cool beer from my fridge. I've always got beer in my fridge." Why does he need to talk like that? They make him very stupid in this movie. The TV show, here's the difference. He phases through his neighbor's wall and steals. I mean, it's humor for some people, but it's not funny to me because I've seen the TV show. So that's informing me, saying there are better ways to do it. Not saying because I've seen the TV show you should have copied this. No, it's saying that it's been done already. There are better ways to do it. One time, Barry and Iris have traveled to different parts of the world, and when they've come back, there's always this question. Oh, I love the way the French do their pancakes. I love the way the Japanese do their muffins or their dim sums and whatnot. You travel Jamaica. I love their rice and peas. So I think there was a time where Iris was pregnant and she was having Constance, you would know what's there's a word for it when you want to eat stuff that craving. He was having cravings. So because Barry wanted to make sure she was she was well, she's pregnant. It's like, what do you want? Do you need anything? Cake, coconut, coconut oil for your lips, for your back, for your foot massage. What do you want, honey? You got cravings? Yeah, I got cravings. You know when we went to that Chinese restaurant in so and so, or that particular restaurant in France? He zips out. He zips, and he comes back before she finishes the sentence. But she knows he's gone there. And because that sandwich or that particular meal was so dope, he does that all the time. Do you know how awesome that is to depict that? It's almost like there's a particular place you've gone to in the world where the food is so good. You as a regular human being would have to travel again, save up money, travel again, get time off work, travel there, and just to enjoy the experience, the ambience, the environment, the people, and then that food. You go, oh my God, it's been a while. But being the Flash, you can do that every day. To the extent he even learned how to cook certain dishes that she liked in different parts of the world, both of them together. Sometimes she would say, hey, I know you're the Flash, but I would like to enjoy doing things together at normal speed. It's a nice way to write two characters who she knows he's the Flash. She knows this, but she appreciates him just taking time to do things in normal speed. And he doesn't argue and go, oh, I can't, it's boring to do things slow. No. Beautiful writing. Beautiful. Balance. And she never argues that you're too fast or you run away. No, balance. Although they did it once in a cartoon, though. She's like, oh, because you're so fast and everything for you is so quick, I would like you to slow down with me, never take time with me. That was weak. Again, because I've already come from the TV series and I've seen them do all different varying levels of their relationship. So when he stole beer from his next door neighbor's fridge, I'm like, how? What? He could have gone to the wine. What do they call this thing? It's not grocery store. We call it off license store here in UK. I don't know what they call it in the US. He could have gone there, dropped the money on the table. He could have easily done it, paid for himself, used because he's Flash. He would just open his till, put the money, done. So that's why it's not stealing. He's already got the money for the beer, put it there, boom. If Iris says, I'm coming over tonight to cook, or she's downstairs saying, can we have a meal? Then he would have to do a super speed, cook his meal, prepare the meal, and then boom. There could be a sexy way as well. If you want to woo someone like Iris West, who you really like her, you want to woo her. Again, going into her freaking, I'm trying to find a nice way to do it. It's like, I would do it. I would go into a house or whatever and at super speed, of course, and find out what she likes, recipe, food, and cook that because I have the power to do that. That's why I like the Flashpoint movie because, no, the Flashpoint story, sorry, not movie, the story, because it's like, well, I have these powers. I miss my mom. I can save her if I use my powers. Surely this is why I've been given these powers, to use them like this. So that's where the hubris could enter into the mind, like, well, okay, I'm a superhero. What's the point of having these powers if I can't use it? This is probably my big test that the cosmos was waiting for me to learn to do. to save my mom and my dad. Perfect reason for me as a subtle start. Then you go to Batman and ask Batman gives you advice saying no, if you change the past, you cannot become the Flash in the future. I might cease to exist. Someone could kill me in the past if you alter anything. Batman might die. Maybe Superman never comes to this world, or maybe racism persists, or maybe Hitler never dies. Anything you change could cause so much ripple. That's how you make the stakes of the movie high. Then he sits down and contemplates. Dude, I never thought of that. Thanks, Bruce. Goes home. And uh. Wait, if I still live, what? It's not working anymore. So I'm still talking to myself or what? He said, "Am I still live? If I lost internet? So I'm not talking anymore." No, I'm still live. Am I still live? Still live. Anyway, this movie could have been done much better. They could have taken time and done a lot much better with this story. But I'll leave it here, man. Let me stop the live before I mess it up. I don't want to mess it up because right now I don't know how I saved the live, but I'm happy that YouTube actually has a backup. Yeah, definitely doing a part two. When you guys see this in the future, whoever's going to see this later, I know it's long, but if you do take your time to watch, much appreciated. Definitely going to be a part two, part three. Since the contents and I are going to do a double review, I don't know how that's going to work, either YouTube or Instagram. I think it'd be cool if we do it on YouTube because Instagram is finicky when it comes to live. I think we could do a double. We could. We'll figure it out. It'll be Instagram or YouTube. Definitely looking forward to it because I want to destroy this movie bad. And I'm tired of watching. I'm tired of other people's videos on YouTube being fake and because you want views. Again, I'm not a YouTube bastard, YouTube god. I'm telling someone you shouldn't want views. Everyone should be able to get exactly what they want. And what I want is also to crap on this movie as much as I can. And then I'll really see what people are around me who watch whatever movies and how they rate movies. This movie's not a movie. Pardon me. This movie is not a movie. So this will be a lesson for me too to see where the mind of the masses are. And like some people say, you want to punish studios for making crap movies. Don't watch the movies. That's why I'm saying don't spend the money. Because if you want the money, make the movies great. We will always come to the theaters. We will always come to the cinema. If you want the money, make great movies, and you will get the money nicely. It's a standard. Netflix as well. We want more some subscribers. Start putting some great content on your series. Do you know how you can have 5 great content, 5 great shows, first season shows, 10 episodes each. 5 great shows, first seasons, 10 episodes each show. Enough content for moviegoers, YouTubers, non-YouTubers, regular people to just watch, enjoy, talk about it, on to the next show. People like myself, watch, enjoy, talk about it, review, breakdown videos. It's a system where um, we all look out for each other. You're a great storyteller, you get funding, you're on the Netflix platform, you make a great show, great movie, we review it, we're working with each other. It's a cycle, it's like a village, we take care of each other. When you make crap, there are people like me who will dog on your movie, who will piss all over it and tell people not to see it because it's an insult. If you give us free codes to watch a movie, we will still say, hey, don't see it, cut it out. But we paid for this, so we will dog on your movie. It's a system. Once we all agree, okay, you know what? We need to stop making shit movies, start making good movies. Then we'll come back and get, hey, put it this way. I use this analogy a lot. You're a restaurant. You want people to come and eat in your restaurant? Make great food. Not amazing food. I don't know what to make. Make great food. Healthy. Healthy, tasty, filling, well priced, no GMO nonsense. You can help people with bowel problems. You can help people with digestive problems. When you make great food, people will always come. Next thing, you can start creating new ways of expanding your business. You could write in recipes for people to cook at home. If you start making crap food, people will stop coming to your restaurant. If you start cutting corners and implementing GMO stuff, and people start reacting differently to your food, uh, um, um, food poisoning, or issues with their bowels or their digestive system, their heart, their blood, that's the best analogy I could use. Make great food, we will always come to eat and enjoy in your restaurant. Make crap food, eventually people will wise up and say, ah, never eaten there again. And the people will come together to dog on your stuff. I'm outie. I have been your one and only host. Let me see if there's any more comments from Sister Constance. Nope. Thank you for watching, Sister Constance. And to those who watch this live later, thank you in advance. I appreciate you. And I almost did if like, share, subscribe. No. That one, if you're gonna do it, you do it. If you don't do it, I'm not telling or have to coerce people. Y'all been on YouTube long enough to know the routine. I don't even like doing that. I have been, once again, the one and only host, the Cosmic Jedi, signing out from this dead, pathetic, useless excuse for a movie, the Flash movie. Shit, useless, pathetic. Yes. Now, how do I end this live before I lose the file? Appreciate you, Mr. Constance, join in. Appreciate everyone else who joined earlier on as well. Megan. I can't even end it.